dudes. I don't. Okay. Not sure how some of this works sometimes. Ah, there we go. I'm live. I'm live. Okay, dudes. I have no clue what I mean. What do I do? What do I do? What do I stream? I'm trying to think of things that maybe me personally, I would love to see. I am a WoW Andy. I've played World of Warcraft since 2004, and this is what I know. Um, I love it, man. You guys, so I'm doing dailies right now, right? Let me do this. Let me catch the fish of the day. Go turn this daily in. And then I'm going to go to another storm. Or is that where it's at? Hang on. Yeah, another storm. Yeah, I was right, fuckers. Another storm and pick these cooking berries up. Turn the fishing daily in, and then you know what? I have some tanking gear. Let me try tanking some low level dungeons and do some practice. Um I want flying. I want flying. And flying is a 100 goal. I have 537 ish. So I have this other tune that has one goal, but I'm not counting that one. This 537 is all I got on this tune. I am trying to level this one as much as I can, and then I think in a month I want to start a warrior. I am a warrior. I am a warrior through and through. I've played warrior since 2004. I know warrior more than I know paladin. I had to look up what seal twisting was for this paladin. I didn't know what seal twisting was. I know now, but it's a yeah. I'm not versed. So that's what I'm doing. Um, I don't have a camera, right? I don't think you have to know what I look like because I'm old as shit. Um, I got two people saying something about being affiliated. You know what? I honestly I don't care. I don't care. Half the time this is where I join my kids and we play Rocket League. We play. Oh, we're looking into doing Helldivers. I'm still a WoW Andy man. I really am. I love World of Warcraft. This is where I live and breathe. I understand it. I know it. I'm good at it. So PvP, I'm not great. But when we go into dungeons, we go into raids. I am not top parser, but I am a decent DPS. I'm looking into using this paladin to be a tank. I have never really tanked with a paladin before, but this would be a first for me. Warrior tanking in TBC. I don't know if they've improved on it this time around, but I remember in the previous expansion, or I guess release of this expansion, warrior tanking was like very, very hard. Not okay. Single target tanking was easy. AoE tanking was challenging when it came to tanking with a warrior. Paladin tanking, it was I don't know what other I don't know what Paladin tanks did. I don't know what gear they went after. But I'm straying from the typical, only defense rating, only strength and stuff. And I'm going after stuff. Look, so defense rating plus 5 mana per second. I have some intellect in this. No strength, but some stamina. This is my DPS gear here, but these extras are tanking gear. So I have defense block or defense rating, some block value. Block value is only like okay, so it says 15, right? So block value is if a mob hits you for 500 damage, the value of your block is only going to block 15 of that 500. So you're still going to get hit 485 out of that 500. That's what block value is. Now, if it says block rating, it scales with your armor or your shield or this I'm not sure. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be saying this. It does scale. I think it does scale with your. I have. What is this? God damn it. There's a shield that you can apply as a paladin tank, and it increases your avoidance. So if I have 35 avoidance, it increases it by 35, so it goes up to 75. 102 avoid. Let's see. Let's go down here to defense. So the avoidance here is only 16. If I put on all my defensive gear on for this character, it goes up to like 40 something. So 40 something plus that whatever it is that add that shield adds, it goes up to about 75 or 76 or somewhere in that range. But 102 is what you're looking for. So I'm not quite there yet as a tank for raid. So I definitely get my ass squeezed. Definitely. If you're looking for family friendly, I'm sorry. This is not the place. I am 52. I am prior military. You can suck my ass. I don't give a shit. This is supposed to be fun. Fun for us. Us. If you know, you know. If you're us, you're us. If you're not, then I don't care. Anyway, I am going to. All right, so this is the consortium. They do a lot of jewel crafting and stuff. I don't really care about what they have to offer. I really want. I just really want the. See these. Whoa. Adamantite frame. Can I buy it from this purse or this NPC? Hang on. Hang on. Ah! Alright. So, typically, I need to level my engineering to be able to make it. If I can buy it from an NPC, it'd be a lot cheaper. So that would be here. And then I need 4 heavy, not hide leather. I think that's pretty cheap. Let's see. Nope. Okay. Whatever. Let's 62, 82, 100. Let's do 102. Let's move some of it over here. Let's do that. So now it's 101. All right, let's do mulberry. Yeah. Beta male, beta. That guy, Jesse Peterson, is like one of the funniest people I've ever heard. I don't condone or support his views because honestly, when he talks, he doesn't have a clear perspective. He just basically rambles about something and then tries to okay, so if somebody was a criminal, he would be the guy that tries to incriminate that criminal by suggesting they are guilty in some way, shape, or form by saying, oh, you're guilty. Just by saying beta. You're a beta male. I mean, you're not beta male just because somebody says you're beta male. I think you're beta male because you exhibit qualities of beta male. So what is beta male? What constitutes a beta person? Is it that they don't exhibit, I don't know. Even a well-mannered, very I don't know how to say this, but even somebody who's conservative, right, respects their wife's suggestions. I'm not going to go as far as say opinions, but if they have a suggestion, if they have an observation of a situation, even a conservative will look at this and say, "Oh yeah, you know what? I think that they might have a valid point. I think that they might have a very quality their opinion I can think of as dude, I don't even know. I mean, sometimes if you are somebody who is a very aggressive person and you have a lot of testosterone, you can be considered unqualified to make sound decisions because you are not of sound mind or whatever, right? So when we're talking about
I can't loot that right now.
when we're talking about this, that, and the other, and we're talking about where's China baby, dude? I have justice. Excuse me, yo. Anyway, I women. Here's what I think about women. Women who are lesbian can sometimes, not all women, not all lesbians, can be very aggressive and can be very controlling. You know how I know this? My aunt is lesbian. Well, two of my aunts are lesbian. They've gone through several relationships where I I believe that they were the aggressor. And a lot of times you'll see this in some spaces where they bring up that women on women crime is not always reported, and I can agree with that. But is that to say that it's always like that, or the majority of the population is like that? No, 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 no. What I think what the consensus is that there's probably more aggressive behavior from women against women than is reported. Not that it is a dominant factor in most relationships, but yeah, it can happen. So I deal with a lot of probability, and most people don't understand what probability is, or they don't. The concept of probability isn't something that they are. I don't know how to say it. They don't. It's not part of the everyday conversation, right? So when somebody says the probability that this thing will exceed the 70th percentile of this situation, folks will look at that folks will look at that 50%, right? Or I don't remember what I said. Okay, so let's restate it so I remember. So there is a 90 percentile, or there's a 90% chance of this type of event exceeding the 70 percentile of the median. Folks will look at the 90 percentile and say, well, it'll happen for sure. Well, what we're saying is an event that exceeds 90%, or there's a 90% chance that an event will exceed the 90% of the 70 percentile, meaning that there's a greater chance of something of that event happening in this 70 percentile range from 0 to 70. It's more likely that this thing will happen within this 70 percentile range. So it kind of this kind of reflects on this thing that people say, the 100-year storm, right? I do a lot of probability in rainfall. When somebody says the 100-year storm, a lot of people that I talk to or hear from say, well, we kind of probe what they think the 100-year storm is. The 100-year storm, most people think of as there's a chance that a storm that would reflect a 100-year effect is going to happen with this 100-year span. That's not the case. When people say the 100-year storm, they're saying if you divide 100 divided by 1, that's 0.01. There's a 0.01 chance of exceedance that a storm might happen within a given year, and usually that's within the span of 365 days, right? Or what a year. So from October 1st through September 30th of the following year. So there's a 0.01 chance that a storm of this magnitude might happen within these 365 days. Or you can even break it down into a monsoon season. So there's a 0.01 chance that an event might exceed this 0.01% within this given period. Let's say that the monsoon is July through September. Let's just say that. So it's not even within a given year. It's within any given period. That's what that means. And so this kind of goes into when you're talking about, drop rates in World of Warcraft. There's a 0.01 chance that this item might drop. That means that there's a 0.01 chance that drop might happen in this instance, not over the 100 times you're you visit this dungeon. I mean, it's possible it might happen, but typically it's within that instance, that one time. Where was I going? So turn in the food. Anyway, I sometimes start rambling and it gets wonky, crazy, and most people start to not care. Let's go with fish. Look at that. Energy? Was that? Hold on. Was that rogue? Hang on. Was that rogue? Hold on. I thought that said something about energy. All right. Hang on. Let's go to party. Recipe storm chops. Hang on. Charges you with energy, causing lightning to increasingly. Is that there were enemies for the next 30 minutes? Storm chops. Okay, let's see. Right there. Lightning ill and never mind. Okay, let's make some more healing food and just give it away. I don't even care. Whatever. Quit crying. Quit crying. I'm being a little bitch.
Arcanon Poros.
Let's do this. Let's go here. Let's. Oh, Crud. Where did I get Crawdad? Stamina, spirit. All right. So there's abilities that you can gain from eating food for a certain period of time. And Crawdad is not one of them. Fuck that shit. And then that one is screw it. I'm selling all of it. Fuck it, dude. Anyway, maybe I'll actually stream World of Warcraft tomorrow. I want to do some dungeons. Trying to get my flying so I can get into like Alcatraz and Mechanar and some of the flying ability dungeons. So I can get into Karazhan and such. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll actually stream that. I haven't been streaming it because I think that I feel like it's boring. I mean, I've played this for so long that it's interesting to me, but then when I look at it, I feel like when I step back and look at it from a third person, I guess, it just doesn't interest me the same way as it interests me when I'm directly engaged in terms of, deciding where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do, the actions I'm taking while I'm fighting these mob and stuff. So, yeah, I'll do that. I still do play Rocket League with my kids. I do want to start playing Helldivers with them as well. I have several other games that I want to. I'm trying to expand from World of Warcraft, but I keep coming back here. I love the original World of Warcraft. I love TBC. I love the Frozen Throne expansion. Then after that, it kind of just dies out for me. But these first three are my favorite, and because this is TBC anniversary is out, I'm playing it. I love it. Anyway,